Good evening, class. This is Mrs. Albright, and tonight we are working on Module 3, Lesson Number 2. And our objective, what we're going to be learning, is how to use multiplication comparison in order to solve word problems by using the area and the perimeter formulas that we were working on in class today. So make sure you have a scratch paper or a whiteboard so you can work through these problems in the lesson, and let's get started. In this first statement, it mentions that we have a rectangle that is 1 inch wide, and it is 3 times as long as it is wide. So I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle and labeling it 1 inch. And since I know that it is 3 times as long as it is wide, I'm going to multiply that 1 by 3. And so here it is 1, 2, 3. So it is 1 for a total of 3 inches wide. So the area of this unit that is 1 inches and 3 times as long as it is wide is 3. The area would be 3 square inches. Now let's say I wanted to take this same rectangle that is 1 inch wide by 3 inches long and make it twice as long. So now instead of 3 inches long, I'm going to extend it and make it twice as long. So now I have 2 groups of 3, which make it 6 inches long. So my area is 1 by 6 units equals 6 square inches. Now for this problem, we have a rectangle that is 2 inches wide, and it is 3 times as long as it is wide. So I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle that is 2 inches wide. So this is going to be my 1 inch, 2 inches. And it is 3 times as long as it is wide. So it needs to be 2 by 2 by 2. And if we break up all these units and connect all those dots, we can figure out the area of it. So if it is 2 inches wide and it is 3 times, I would multiply 2 times 3. That gives me 6. So my length is 6 inches. Therefore, my total area is equal to 6 times 2, which is equal to 12 square inches. In this problem, we have a situation, and it says, Christine painted a mural with an area of 18 square meters and a length of 6 meters. What is the width of her mural? So I'm going to start by sketching out a rectangle. And I know that the area is equal to 18. And I'm going to write over here my formula to help me remember. Area is equal to length times width. And it says that my length is 6 meters. So I'm going to break this up into 6 equal sections because it is 6 meters. So this is 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, and 1 meter. Now I need a total of 18 square meters. So if I have 6 along one edge, I need to ask myself in my mind, 6 times what gives me an area of 18. And I know that 6 times 3 equals 18. So if I divide this now into 3 sections across, so I have 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, and if I count up all of these boxes, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I get my area that I was looking for of 18. So my answer to the question, what is the width of her mural? The answer would be 3 meters. That is the width of the mural. Now let's say that Christine is planning her second mural. And her second mural is going to be the same length, but it's going to be 4 times as wide. So I'm going to sketch out the first mural. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, which was 6 meters long and 3 meters wide. And I want to ask myself, okay, if this new one is 4 times as wide, we need to multiply the width of 3 by 4. So I'm going to add that same mural 3 more times. So instead of just the 1, which would match the original, now I have that a total of 4 times. So this is 3 meters, this is 3 meters, this is 3 meters. That 3 times 4 equals 12. So this whole width is now 12 meters. Now let's figure out what is the perimeter of this next mural. And if you remember from our lesson earlier today, the perimeter is when we add up all the sides. So to figure out the perimeter of the second mural, I would add 12 plus 12 plus 6 plus 6, because I am adding up all 4 of these sides. This length plus this length plus this length plus this length. So in your quiz question, you tell me, what is the perimeter of her second mural? In this next problem, we're talking about a garden. And this garden, which belongs to Sherry, says it is a rectangular garden and it is 8 square meters. Now, because it says square, that is my big clue that this is referring to the area. So the whole garden has an area of 8 square meters. Now it gives me some other clues. It tells me that the longer side of the garden is 4 meters. So I'm going to go ahead and label this side 4. I'm going to break this up into 4 equal sections. And then I need to ask myself, 4 times what would get me 8 square meters? And the correct answer is 2. So this garden is 4 meters by 2 meters, which gives me an area of 8 square meters. Now, we have another gardener that comes in, Nancy, and her garden is twice as long and twice as wide. So I want you to think about how you would sketch out Nancy's garden. How long would it be and how wide would it be? If Sherry's is 4 meters long, this is my length, and 2 meters wide, this is my width, and Nancy's is equal to twice as long and twice as wide. What is the length and what is the width of Sherry's garden? For your final quiz question, we are talking about a rectangular pool, which is 7 feet wide, and it is 3 times as long as it is wide. So I want you to tell me if the width is 7 feet and the length is 3 times as long, what is the length? This is my unknown variable. So tell me in the quiz question, what is the length? Once you determine the length, I want you to calculate the perimeter and calculate the area. Remember in your final answer to include your units of measurement. Whether for perimeter, they are just straight units of measurement. For area, remember they are square units of measurement. So make sure you include those labels. Make sure you bring any questions back to class with you. We will continue working on this tomorrow, and have a great night.